Happy day, listeners. I'm Dr. Anureka, Associate Professor and Head, Department of Communication and Media Studies. Today, we are going to talk about how to build a strategy for integrated marketing campaign. As you all know, in this fast moving and evolving media landscape and consumer landscape, integrated marketing communication is in need of the hour. Before we begin with integrated marketing communication, I wanted you to know integrated marketing communication is necessarily a marketing approach. So, for us to understand integrated marketing communication, you need to know it all starts with marketing mix. So, if you say marketing mix, you need to know something called as tools of marketing. The tools of marketing is nothing but 4 P's of marketing, which is product, price, place, promotion. So, I wanted to elaborate the tools of marketing mix with an example from Coca-Cola. So, if you take Coca-Cola as a brand, as a company, under the category of product, you have lot of variants available in Coca-Cola as a brand. You have Coca-Cola regular, you have Coca-Cola classic, diet Coca-Cola, then you have zero calories Coca-Cola, etc. Second component is price. Pricing includes pricing policy of the brand. In terms of Coca-Cola, pricing policy is always an affordable pricing policy. So Coca-Cola uses variety of pricing policy depending on a different mode of campaign it offers. Suppose it has to launch a new variant of the product, that time it reduces the price and it offers a better pricing range to the consumers. So pricing policy can vary, but it should not deviate from the overall company policy of pricing. The next component of place is the channel and availability of the product or brand in the market. In terms of Coca-Cola, it is available globally in 200 countries worldwide. It is available on local stores, supermarkets, restaurants, vending machines, so on and so forth. Next important component, promotion. Promotion is, you necessarily call it as promotion mix. So this is where you link integrated marketing communication with marketing. Because promotion mix is the combination of the entire communication channels used to market and reach the target audience to buy the consumers. In terms of Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola used lot of major events, campaigns, direct communication, social media marketing to reach their consumer touch points. Now we will move on to the topic of the day, IMC, which is integrated marketing communication. Integrated marketing communication is nothing but integrating the entire communication channels or promotion mix together offer or deliver a unified and consistent message to people. So it is not taking any one individual communication channel, it is integrating the all available communication channel in a unified way to deliver the consistent message. So in one word, the key idea of IMC is one voice, one message, one brand, many platforms. So you should understand that it is no more one ad platform to reach one target segment. It is multiple platforms to reach target segment. And I'm bringing in Incredible India ad campaign for simple reason that, so IMC is not a new concept or new phenomena in this century. IMC is 15 years, 20 years old. But the component of IMC has enhanced and become a need of the hour to suit the current generation. Incredible India, in fact, it's the longest running campaign in India. You have learned about many states of India through Incredible India campaign without knowing that it is part of the campaign. God's own country is a famous slogan used for Kerala. Now it's been 15 years since they built something like that for Kerala, and same way they built for Rajasthan, Meghalaya and things like that. So Incredible India campaign, they've used TV, outdoor, airport lounges. In fact, they had a running ad played in New York Times Square. So it's that powerful and effective campaign which they started 15-20 years back. But now this has become a necessary strategy for almost all types of branding policies. Now for us to understand what are the channels of communication, you need to understand what comes under IMC as a component. The first main variant of IMC is advertising. So under advertising, you will have all your necessary TV channels, radio, print, magazine, all social media platforms. Then you have sales promotion. This is a very short-term strategy used by the marketer to deliver the IMC variant. Under this, you have discounts, coupons, all your buy one, get one free offer clauses now. Do it before this time. All that comes under sales promotion. There is always an urgency attached to sales promotion, but it is very powerful and effective strategy for short-term benefit. Then you have public relation, another very important component under IMC. Under public relation, all your media write-up about the product, about the brand, everything about press conferences, press releases, events organized for launch or event organized to promote something, everything comes under PR. Then direct marketing. Direct marketing is trying to reach the consumer on a direct means, like trying to reach people via WhatsApp, trying to reach people on their personal mail, or trying to reach people on any direct communication. Certain times you might receive a communication from your local department store, giving them an offer on particular thing. All that is direct marketing. Then you have personal selling. Personal selling is trying to have a individual and direct contact with the consumers. See, if you see most of your product like Tupperware and things like that, they do more in terms of direct market and personal selling. You won't find such brands available on mainstream medium. So that is again a very powerful technique. Then social media and digital platform is again the need of the hour for all your Gen Z audience in terms of Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, etc. So here I try to bring in for you to relate more to the components of IMC. I've tried to bring in the example of iPhone 16. If you see how they used all components of IMC into it, how effectively they use television and YouTube ads through advertising mode, how they brought in the concept of sales promotion through launch discount, how they used variety of means to reach through magazines, reach through newspapers, through press conferences, then how they had lot of in-store demos, which comes under personal selling component. Then they try to reach subscriber directly through their emails, WhatsApp. Then they had a powerful social media campaign reaching the Gen Z audience. This is an example of iPhone 16 on IMC. Now, the most valid question. Why should one choose integrated marketing communication when they build their communication strategy? For simple reason why they should use is, now the world has moved from mass marketing to individualized marketing. It is no more trying to reach people among millions of people. I need to reach you straight. You have to be individually convinced for you to procure a product. So when I wanted to reach somebody, I have to reach that target segment on multiple touch points. So the multiple touch point is what we call it as promotion mix or communication channel. So no more can I be happy with trying to reach somebody on print medium and forget about whatever it is. So I have to meet him on every walk of life. Suppose this one particular target segment is moving from office, then I have to reach him on OOH media. I have to reach him through an outdoor medium. Then suppose he wants to get into his office, then I have to bring in a dangler, a poster to reach him. Then I have to reach him personally on his phone. Then I have to reach him on an Instagram post, Instagram reel, so on and so forth. So IMC component is very, very powerful for the paradigm shift of moving from mass marketing to individualized marketing. When you talk about IMC, you need to understand about two main pillars of IMC, which is the unified creative concept, nothing but the big idea, and consistency and cohesion. Why one unified concept? Because I told you IMC is trying to reach the target audience on multi-layered and multi-level of communication. So for you to reach the target audience on a multi-layered and multi-level of communication, you need to have one single plan, because people have to resonate with one voice with the brand. You cannot have multiple platforms communicating multiple thoughts. So reaching people with one thought about the brand is the essence of IMC. Another very, very important criteria is consistency and cohesion. The brand, when it communicates IMC strategy, it has to bring a consistent property or entity into the communication. It has to consistently deliver same thought. Only then you call it as one thought, one campaign, one brand and multiple platforms. So consistency and cohesion to communicate IMC is the must. So now we move on with the essence of the topic, how to build a creative strategy for a successful integrated marketing communication campaign. Now what is a creative strategy? A creative strategy is a blueprint for how a brand communicates its message creatively. So necessarily the creative strategy is built by the creative department from the ad agency. So it is not a one-time affair. They have to brainstorm the thought, they have to brainstorm the idea before they arrive at a document. And this creative strategy has to be necessarily be created and get the client approval. Once the client approves, then the campaign is on for us to launch to the worldwide. So now let me talk about Daag Acha Hai campaign. Why I got this campaign? Because many people were able to relate to this campaign. Though Surf Excel is a soap, it is a detergent. Usually the detergent will be associated with the women in the household or a few family member in the household. Other family members in the household will not be aware of something called a soap or detergents or who procures, what is the purpose and all that. But there was a phenomenal mindset change happened post the launch of Surf Excel, because it brought people to think that how a detergent soap like this can create a kind of phenomena among young minds. Now you start your creative strategy by identifying what is going to be your copy platform for that particular campaign. So now what is a copy platform? A copy platform is a strategic framework that defines the tone, style and messaging and key content pillars used across all channels of communication. In simple words, copy platform is the premise through which the entire campaign is built. Now, before we start progressing in understanding what are the requirements of creative strategy, you need to understand what comes under the creative strategy. In other words, we call it as elements of creative strategy. The first component, very important component of a creative strategy is positioning. For any brand, positioning is the essence of communication. Positioning is nothing but what is the perception of brand you wanted the audience to think about your brand. In other words, positioning is the perception of mind among the consumers. And you need to understand positioning is not something which is created on day one. It is entire marketing efforts geared up together for people to think about this brand this way. In other words, I wanted you to think of my brand only this way, and that is what you call it as perception. So I wanted to explain positioning through few examples. If you take BMW, which everybody can relate to, it is positioned as the ultimate driving machine. So what you're trying to say that it is a premium positioning, you're saying when you think of a big premium car, the ultimate is BMW. So that is what the positioning states. And when you think of Colgate, you always think of Colgate as something safe, family soap, it fights cavity. So that's the positioning strategy of Colgate. Then you take of Maggi, which is very famous, 2-minute convenience. So we never had the habit of cooking noodles in 2 minutes earlier. So the direct 2-minute convenient preparation time of Maggi is its strong positioning point. Next, we move on to what is USP. So though USP and positioning are related branding components, you need to understand USP and positioning are different. So when positioning talks about the overall strategy of building a perception among the consumer target, USP focuses on what is the one specific reason, one specific benefit, one specific attribute which you have exclusive in your brand for people wanted to recognize or highlight in your brand. For us to discuss few USPs, Lux USP is beauty soap or film star. So when you think of Lux, it's always Lux and glamour world. Then Dove. Dove is always natural, used by middle-aged women. The USP is 1/4 moisturizing cream for soap. In fact, the claim is Dove is not a soap, it is a beauty bar. Next, Lifebuoy. What is the USP of Lifebuoy? Kills 99.9% germs. So it focuses on health and hygiene. So what is the USP of Dettol? Trusted antiseptic protection. So you think of a soap as something in capacity of antiseptic cream. So that's a different and clear demarcation in positioning. Then what is Santoor? Young, youthful, glowing skin. Next, very important and very interesting analysis of creative strategy is understanding what is brand personality. As a persona, we all have characteristics and traits. For you to convert a product into a brand, you need to understand and create a proper characteristic traits for a brand, right? So the characteristics built for a brand is called as brand personality. So brand personality refers to a set of human characteristics and traits associated with a brand. It is the way a brand behaves, speaks and connects emotionally with its audience, making it relatable and memorable just like a person. You need to convince the target segment that brand is part and part of you. The only way to do is to personify brand as a character. So few example for me to quote for brand personality. See, always when you think of Amul as a character, you think of Amul as caring, wholesome, rooted in Indian. It's always Indian. When you think of Amul, it's always Indian, right? Pepsi India, energetic, youthful, pop culture driven. Royal Enfield, rider, toughness, freedom. So the promotion of Enfield is not as a safe vehicle or stylistic vehicle. So they are focusing on ruggedness. So that's an important USP. Mahindra SUVs, strong, reliable, off-road personality. Next component is appeal. Again, appeal is the approach the advertising agency gives to the brand. In other words, appeals are certain level of rational, emotional and psychological trigger used by the marketers to promote their brand. So I told you the brand has to be converted into a character for people to relate to it. So when you are converting a brand into a character, that means you have to use an appeal which will suit like human characters. So appeals of varied types, you have rational appeal, you have emotional appeal, you have sensory appeal, you have psychological appeal, you have so many variety of appeal you can innovate and create, right? Again, for me to give an example of Ariel. Ariel is a very different campaign which I wanted to bring in an example because see, this ad doesn't communicate only as soap solving the purpose of cleaning the clothes. So here they're trying to communicate, they're trying to bring in social and emotional appeal. The mother teaches the son to be participating in the household chores. So it is not just a mere act of giving a demonstration of how to use the product which becomes a rational appeal. Rather, they're using an emotional and social connect to communicate about something like detergent soap. Style and tone. Again, style and tone is essence of communication. Any brand should have a style in communication. It can be a formal style, it can be an authoritative style, it can be a humorous style, it can be an imaginative style, or the tone can be, is it a subtle tone? It is a friendly tone, it is a commanding tone, or are you trying to tell any fear appeal through the tone? So the tone and style of presenting your brand is very important. The example of Paperboat, I thought it is very different because Paperboat, if you see the ads or the brand, it is promoted through bringing in a nostalgic experience of using the brand. If you see, most of the ads of Paperboat will focus on our childhood memories. How we used to taste the mango juice, how we used to taste the ripe mango which were there on our back arts and things like that. So it brings in a very compelling nostalgic visuals. Brand promise and support. When you say a concept of brand always comes with a promise. And when you're going to committing consumers with a promise, you need to have a supporting element to convince the consumers that you please accept and believe there is this promise because we have certain components in the brand which is going to validate the promise given to you all. For example, if I am saying Lifebuoy kills 99.9% germs, that means that is the promise I am giving you all to the consumers to buy and trust my brand. And what is the supporting element? You will say that World Health Organization endorses it. Then you have the doctor coming in his white coat and telling everybody, please trust this brand. So you have the related evidence either in terms of ingredients or related ingredients, something convincing for you to believe that this promise is being validated. So that's about promise and support. So now you've heard to various elements in terms of creative strategy, be it positioning, be it appeal, be it style and tone, be it whatever. What you need to know is you have to create a cohesive strategy using all these creative elements, then built upon your execution strategy. Execution strategy is nothing but creating your own channels of communication, be it television ads, be it radio jingles, be it social media ads, be it a write-up in newspaper, be it an event launch. Taking all these creative elements, taking this big idea, cohesively you create one unified strategy, which is integrated marketing communication. Thank you, listeners. Hope what I thought about integrated marketing communication was very convincing. You are able to understand at least the key components of what is being taught today. Hope to see you again soon in next session. Please like, share and subscribe to MOP Classroom. Thank you all.